I think someone needs to hear this. Stop depriving the world of your talents. You know you're ready to be seen. If you have a dream that is slowly burning inside of you and you can't shake it off, no matter how hard you try to ignore it, it just keeps coming back. And you're wondering if you have what it takes to go after it, if you should give yourself a chance to bring it to reality. We have to sit down and have a little talk, my friend. Okay, just go with me on this one. Think back for a second, a pivotal moment in your life, and it doesn't even have to be a big one. It can be a subtle one, a subtle realization that shifted your way of thinking and your way of being. Maybe you came across something that another human being made, and you just felt so lucky, so grateful to have experienced it. It literally changed you. A movie by your favorite filmmaker, a novel by the writer you found by chance, a song you'd swear was written for you and your life. Maybe an online creator sharing their life story, and by doing so, they kinda saved yours too. Imagine someone you admire, someone whose work gives you strength to keep going even in your darkest days. And it doesn't even have to be an artist in the traditional sense. It could be an ordinary but insanely brave person who followed their insanely crazy dream and changed the world and made you realize that anything is possible. Right? You have the picture. Now imagine all of these people never starting. Imagine them being so drowned in fear and self-doubt that they never even began. Imagine your favorite band never forming. You never went to that concert that made you reconsider your whole life trajectory. But by the way, I can imagine what happened there, but I'm dying to know. Or your favorite TV show, the one you binge watch every time you're sad and every time you celebrate. It was never made. Horrible, right? I'm painting a nightmare here. Did I say painting? Okay. Imagine Van Gogh thinking his flowers were too plain, too regular, and maybe not as good enough as Monet's. Okay, he's sitting there, all self-conscious about his flowers, wondering why he should even bother. Since Monet exists, who also paints flowers. So he painted a couple of them, but never actually deemed them worthy enough to show anyone. So the paintings would have stayed in an attic somewhere, collecting dust through eternity. And then he would never have gone on to create the Starry Night. With just one painting, he has inspired so many people. Movies, songs, stories have been created because of this. People just take a look at his creation and immediately gain inspiration about their own lives. Now, you cannot possibly convince me that Vincent had the slightest idea his work would make such a cultural impact for generations to come. And you cannot imagine what I'm saying, right? Because it's too abysmal. If you could go back in time, you'd grab Vincent by the shoulders and try to knock some sense into him. You wouldn't let him put those brushes down. You wouldn't let him stop believing in himself. You know where I'm going with this. This is what you're doing to yourself right now. And I'm virtually trying to grab you by the shoulders. I know what you're gonna say. I'm using great historical figures as examples, but it doesn't even have to be that big. It could also be a little poem that someone working as an accountant wrote and published, and you happened to stumble upon it. Maybe that was the one that changed your life. Maybe you're eternally grateful because they put into words all the feelings you had bottled up inside. And it gave you comfort and hope. Wherever you are right now, maybe you're sitting in your room or having your lunch break at work, or you're commuting and you're surrounded by people. But if you're still here, you know deep in your heart what I'm trying to say. You feel the power of your desire rising up. That project you wanted to start, that degree that you wanted to finish, or that degree you wanted to let go of because it turns out it's not for you. Maybe you're simply thinking about changing careers and you're afraid you're too old or too young and inexperienced to do it right now. You want to release that song you wrote a couple of years ago, the one your friend said was amazing, but you didn't believe them. You want to start that YouTube channel, or share your story online, or start that blog, or open that business. You have this crazy idea about creating handmade hats for rabbits. I don't know, something so wild that you can't even admit it to yourself yet. But if it speaks to your heart, it is impossible that you are the only one who will benefit from it. I promise you, there is someone out there who really needs you right now. They need to see your creation. They need to listen to your song. They need to read your book, watch your movie, use your product. They need their lives to become easier and better because they witnessed the unique approach and the talent that you poured into your work. Whatever it is you want to do. There is a purpose and a reason this idea exists in your mind and won't stop bugging you. It just won't shut up. It's not there by accident. I think you're doing a disservice to yourself and to humanity. I don't mean to guilt trip you. I'm using a little bit of tough love today. And while I speak to you, just know that I'm pointing the finger right back at myself. I'm not exempt from that. I'm usually the first one to doubt myself and wonder, am I even capable of making any kind of difference? But even if only one of you gains the courage to start today, to take a little baby step towards your dream, your desire, it would mean the world to me. Because every individual win is a win for the collective. If one of us wins, we all win automatically. It's the law. And I'm so excited to see how your story unfolds. Think about it. But when you do, don't ask, what's the worst that could happen? Instead, ask, what's the best that could happen? This world needs you. It's been waiting for you. Be like Vincent. Go paint those flowers. You know what I mean? I'm so proud of you. I know you're trying your best. Give yourself some credit. I know. My flowers are nowhere near as good as Van Gogh's or Monet's. But either way, they're mine. And I think that's enough for me.